Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I have got a first impression for you guys on a brand new drugstore foundation. The drugstore has been coming out with tons of new products and I have purchased quite a few of them. So I have a good bit of reviews coming for you guys, hopefully. But today we're going to start with the Revlon Youth FX Fill and Blur Foundation. So I started seeing a couple of people on YouTube posting reviews about this foundation. I was intrigued, so I went ahead and picked it up and figured I would do a first impression with you guys on camera and share with you guys my thoughts on the foundation. Today was my very first day trying it on my skin, so I'm going to be giving you my raw first impressions on this foundation. So before we jump into the video, if you're new to my channel, hey girl, hey. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for today's video. My name is Faye. I really hope that you enjoy this review and first impression. If you do and find it helpful, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below and click on the bell next to the subscribe button to become part of my notification squad. So I think that's all that I have for you guys for this intro, so let's go ahead and jump into the review. Alright, so first things first, this is what the packaging looks like. The color of the actual tube is going to be similar to whatever shade you actually purchase. So if you purchase a lighter shade, the color of your tube is going to be lighter. So this shade is actually supposed to be basically the color of the foundation that is inside of the bottle. The bottle itself is a squeezy tube, which I don't mind. I do feel like with this type of packaging, it really helps you to get all of the product, or at least more of the product, out of the packaging than you would with a bottle that has a pump. So I am not opposed to the squeezy tube packaging. And inside of the packaging, you get 1 fluid ounce of product, which is pretty standard for most foundations. The color that I picked up is the shade 400 Caramel, and this foundation comes in 12 different shades. Now I do have to say right off the top that of those 12 shades, only 3 of them are for deeper skin tones. So I'm still trying to figure out why it is that companies feel that lighter skin tones need 10 shades, but darker skin tones come in 3. But this foundation does only come in about 3 deeper skin tones. So the caramel shade is the lightest of the deeper skin tones, and then there are 2 deeper skin tones below that one, and those are the shades Cappuccino and Mocha. There is a shade that is before caramel, which is Natural Tan, but that shade was too light for me, so I just decided to go with caramel. And so since it was too light for me, I don't really consider that a deeper color in the collection. But you know, of course I know you guys will judge for yourselves, but as far as my shade and darker, there are only 3 shades out of the 12, so that would have to be a con for me. But anyways, let's move on. So this foundation retails for about 12-ish, 13 to up to $18, which I think is crazy for a drugstore foundation. I actually picked mine up from Walmart and it was about $14, but on the website it's $17.99, which that's crazy to me. Like, drugstore is supposed to be affordable. $20 for a foundation is not affordable. Like, it's not affordable. So yeah, like I said, that is the price at Ulta, which we all know the drugstore products at Ulta are slightly more expensive, but I did pick mine up from Walmart and it was about $14, which I kind of cringed when I purchased it, but I did want to review it for you guys. This product also came out with a concealer that goes along with it, you know, within the same line. That concealer was also around the same price, about $14. So I did not purchase the concealer just because I just think that's really expensive for a drugstore product. And if I'm going to spend that much money on a concealer, I would rather just spend a couple extra dollars and get a high-end product. $13 is just really, really pricey for me, so I could not bring myself to purchase the concealer. But I did go ahead and get the foundation. So on the Ulta website, I just want to quickly read to you guys what this foundation is supposed to do and claims to do. It says that it's supposed to instantly erase the appearance of dark spots, age spots, and hyperpigmentation, and that it's also supposed to work to fill and blur lines and wrinkles for immediate results. So it says that wrinkles and pores are supposed to look instantly smoother. It's supposed to have a lightweight hydrating formula. It says that as the appearance of lines and wrinkles are smoothed, high coverage foundation erases the appearance of uneven tone, age spots, and hyperpigmentation. And it's supposed to look freshly applied all day long. So of course, since I am doing a first impression for you guys and it is currently after 9 p.m., I'm filming this for you guys after work. I'm not going to be doing a wear test, but before I upload this video, I will wear this foundation throughout the day, and I will let you know down below in the comments how it wears for oily skin. If you did not know, or if you are new to my channel, my skin type is oily, so I will let you know down below how it wears for my particular skin type. So of course, I do have the foundation on my skin right now, and I did apply it with a brush. I used this e.l.f. Ultimate blending brush to apply the foundation, and as you'll see in the demo, I did first squeeze the foundation onto a little concealer brush and apply it to my face before I actually blended it out with the brush. And my immediate, like the very first thing that I noticed when I squeezed the foundation out onto the concealer brush is that the formula or the consistency of this foundation is very, very thick. So that immediately made me a little bit nervous because I do have oily skin, like I said, and it's also summertime. So that made me a little bit nervous that the foundation was so thick, because I felt like it was going to feel very kind of heavy on my skin. But I did go ahead and apply it, as you'll see, with the concealer brush and blended it out with the brush. Now, the very first layer of the foundation that I applied, I would say that it is a medium coverage. As you guys will see, my skin does have a few dark spots and a little bit of hyperpigmentation from previous acne. And the very first layer of this foundation did not completely cover those areas. So that was the very first thing that I noticed. Since this foundation is supposed to be a more full coverage foundation, I did notice that the very first layer was definitely a medium coverage. Now, what I ended up doing is going back in with a little bit more of the product, and I just applied a little bit more on those areas that I wanted a little bit more coverage on, and I did notice that it did build nicely. So I would definitely say that this is a medium to buildable full coverage foundation. Now, another thing that I noticed when I first applied this foundation, which made me very nervous, and I will show you guys a close-up of my skin when I first applied the foundation, it looked very heavy and very cakey on my skin. It looked very almost kind of streaky, which may be because I applied it with a brush. I prefer to use brushes to apply my foundation. I hardly ever apply my foundation with a sponge. So, you know, that's just the way that I like to apply my foundation. But yeah, it did look a little bit streaky, and it did look a little cakey and heavy, and almost looked like it was emphasizing my pores and not really blurring them, emphasizing some of the texture that I have on my skin right now and not really blurring it out. So that was a little concerning to me, but I went ahead and applied the rest of my makeup and other products on top of it. And honestly, when I was initially applying the products, I just had already made up in my mind that I was not going to like this foundation. I was already deciding that I was going to wash this off immediately as soon as I was finished filming this video, and I just knew that I was not going to like it. But I have to say that when I initially applied it to my skin, it did look a little questionable, especially, like I said, since I have oily skin. I was kind of worried because it looked cakey, like I said. But since I've had the foundation on my skin, after applying my setting powders, after applying, you know, setting my face and all of that, I will say that the foundation has settled into my skin very nicely. It doesn't look cakey. Now, it is a little bit sticky when you first apply it, so I would definitely recommend that you set it with some type of powder, translucent powder or a face powder, because it is very sticky to the touch when you first apply it. But once I set it, it does feel very nice on the skin. It does feel lightweight. It felt a little heavy when I initially applied it, but now that it's settled, it does feel lightweight on the skin. And although I can still see some of the texture in this area of my face as far as my pores, I will say that for the most part it looks pretty good, and that could just be something that could be corrected with trying it out with different primers and figuring out which primer works best with this particular product. But it definitely doesn't look horrible at all. Like I said, as it's kind of settling into my skin, it's looking better and better, and it's kind of growing on me. So yeah, I'm definitely going to keep this foundation and continue trying it out. Initially, I had already decided in my mind that it was going back to the store tomorrow. But again, like I said, as I continue to look at my skin, it seems to be settling nicely and, you know, looks pretty good the longer that it's on my skin. So I'll definitely try it out on a longer day, like for one of my work days, and kind of see how it works out. I'll try it out with a couple different primers, and I'll be sure to let you guys know my thoughts on it. But definitely check the description box down below, because I will let you guys know how it wears throughout the day. Once I do wear it for like a full 6 to 8 hours, I'll let you know how it does on my oily skin in the description box down below. So I think that's all that I have for you guys for this first impression. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did or found it helpful, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. It helps me out a ton. If you've tried this foundation out for yourself, let me know down below in the comments what you think of it. And if there are any other new products that have recently come out, definitely let me know down below if there are any products that you guys would like for me to pick up and review. And I will be filming a haul for you guys. I'm not sure if it'll be up before or after this video, but in that haul, if you guys see anything that you guys would like for me to do a dedicated review on, definitely let me know that in either the comment section of this video or the comment section of that video. So I think that's all that I have for you guys. Thanks so much for joining me for today's first impression, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye.